Join me as I build the Creator Panda Family. This is part of the Creator 3-in-1 line that they have, and so obviously the panda is the feature here, but we can also build, and it looks like an emperor penguin and a killer whale or an orca. Okay, back one starts off with the baby panda, and it looks like a little bamboo on the side on some rock. That's a cool piece right there. I love seeing what new 3-in-1 sets that they're going to come out with. And I love so many of them, but the funny thing is I don't end up actually collecting a lot of them. I don't know why. There's so many different sets to collect, and I can't get them all, and so these kind of get pushed back a lot of times, and I always regret that. And when this panda one came out, I was like, nope. We are getting it the day that it comes out, which was, I believe, January 1st here in 2025. And I can't believe that it's already almost the end of January. I am really slacking here a bit. Let's see, that goes in there. But I'm very excited to be back building. Oh, I think that's the foot. What a fun way of doing that. I ended up having to take a break from building with y'all because the holidays got to me. There was just a lot going on, and I just kind of had to slow everything down a little bit, get through the end of the year there. It was a bit of a tough year last year, and kind of had to just try to see if I could salvage the end of it a bit. I don't know how your guys' year ended, but mine was definitely a bit crazy. It looks like these turn however you want them to, and it looks like if you turn them just right, then his little paw pads will go on like the picture, which that's really cool to do. Looky there. And I like the use of that color right there for the little bottoms of his feet. All right. Now let me see. It's so funny because my preference for building is actually buildings, probably. Architectural pieces, I guess. But I always find myself picking up sets like this, or the brick heads, or different ones where they're actually building, a character or an animal or something like that, a mech. And it's not my favorite style of building. I'm not sure why, but when I get into it, I enjoy doing it. But it definitely is not my first choice. But what you can do with it is just incredible. I think one of the reasons it's not my favorite is because I have absolutely no clue how they do it. I build a lot on my own, but this just confuses me to no end. How they're able to see the steps beforehand to create something like this. I'm just like, no, my brain just does not work that way. So when I'm building, I'm constantly feel like I'm in a state of confusion. Trying to figure out where they're going next. The more I build, I think the more I'm finally kind of figuring it out. But, oh, look, we're going to make his belly. Gotta love a good belly. Oh, I haven't seen this quarter circle that's kind of domed this small before. Normally those are a bit bigger. Okay, we're going to put it right in here. Oh, he looks so cute. Yeah, but look what you can create. And that's why I'll stick around and do these. Because it mesmerizes me what you're able to do with them. See, another one goes on top. I think this is his little arm. Okay. Do that again, but it looks like we're going to do the opposite side, and Well, now I've lost a piece. Just wouldn't be my day without me losing a piece. Here we go. I think he's holding a leaf here. A bit of bamboo, maybe. I saw a video recently that completely cracked me up. Okay. And it had something to do with having a bad day and I suppose handling it like a panda. Pandas are funny. If you watch videos of them, they just kind of, well, let's just say they know how to play. They know how to just enjoy life. I think maybe I should be a bit more like a panda. Okay, this goes on the back, so this is his little back. His backside. Oh, he's so cute. All right, his little body's done, and now we're going to make his head. He has gone together very smoothly, I think. He's not too complicated. I like the use of the pieces that they're using. And I see another one of those. Now, sometimes the heads can get a little tricky, though. I don't think he'll be too hard. Now, I'm not sure about his parent. I guess I'm assuming it's the mom with him, but it could be the dad, too. You know, if you got 2 of these, you could actually have a whole little family. Both parents. And a sibling. Siblings are funny, even in the animal world. Siblings are siblings. I think that goes. So there's a center circle in these circle pieces, and I think it goes in that center. Yeah. So he lines up right. Cute he is. If any of you have kids, or you don't even have to have kids, you just have to have siblings. You know how you can bicker and squabble over everything and give grief to your parents trying to deal with all the little arguments that happen, well, in our little world with our pets. Okay, now wait a minute. These are just going to go straight in here. Oh, I'm like, that's just going to fall right out. But we put these pieces in first. And look, it secures them. Just push it in there. Gotta get it in there, right? Wow. Okay, that's the first time I've ever seen those used for eyes, I believe. That's really cool. Oh, I love it. But man, can we have some squabbles with our pets? They're just like a bunch of siblings here. They argue over toys, they argue over food, they argue if someone's in their bed. Okay, we can turn it around now. And put these on. I think that's right. I always confuse myself with those. Have that little angle up here. Never seem to put it the right way. But I think I did it right. And that goes on top of that. Turn it back around. Top of his head. I feel like I spend half my days dealing with everybody's little arguments around here. Not kids anymore. I think it goes sideways. I was trying to put it the other way, but I think it goes, see, the flat side faces out and the curved side is to the side. Makes sense, doesn't it? And then the same over here. Okay. now we've got a ball and socket going on here. Snap that in. Oh, he can really move his head a little bit more than if it was just, oh, that's cute. All right, baby panda is going to go there, and we're going to do this little leaf or bamboo little area here. Kind of interesting. So there's 5 bags to this, which isn't too crazy. But this one was a pretty full bag. Had a lot that happened in it. Let's see, where are they putting all of these? I like that color of green. I've recently been purchasing some brick lots from just people around my area, you know, to kind of beef up my collection some for my mock building. But it seems like whenever you buy, you know, from somebody, there's a lot of stuff that you end up finding in it that are not Lego bricks. There's Mega Blocks and a lot of Nerf bullets, which is really the foam Nerf bullets, which is kind of funny how they always seem to get in there. Let's see, this faces forward, yes. Yeah. Oh, it's all slipping around on itself there, though. So first I have to go through and pull out all of that kind of stuff because I can't sort those kind of things into the collection. And then I have to wash them. But one of the things is the more you do, which I've done a lot of these, sorted through a lot of bricks, the more you notice the difference in color. So I can almost spot right away that, yeah, there's no way that's a Lego brick because it is, oh, wait a minute, what have I done here? I'm going to go back a page. I put this one on, but I did not put this on. That's going to be important. You can tell that the coloring's just off. It's like, that's not the right red, or that's not the right green, or even though Lego has so many different colors of greens and reds, they are pretty, I don't know. And you can also tell the feel of the plastic. So I've gotten pretty fast with my sorting because Lego creates very specific colors and feels to their plastic. You can tell it's, I don't know, it almost feels like a higher quality of plastic. It's interesting. I'm going to make a little flower here. This is going to be fun. Okay. We're going to put this. That goes inside of that, and then that goes in there. Oh, I love that. Matt was helping me sort through a new bucket last night, actually, and he was like, I'm not sure if any of these are... Let's see, where am I putting these? Okay, this one goes here. That one goes in the hole. So it's laying on its side. Okay. I was wondering about that. They do this thing where they build up a lot of times this way, but you're actually going to lay it on its back or side or back part at the end. So anyways, Matt was like, are any of these actual, Lego bricks? And I look in his bucket and I'm like, that one is, that one is, that one is. And I just start to pull them out. That one's not, that one's not. And I just realized, wow, I've gotten pretty good at figuring those out. Little bamboo shoots down here, I think. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Looks like they've kind of tweaked them a bit. All right. Now we're going to build some tall bamboo. I wanted to put in bamboo It looks like this is supposed to be white on the instruction, but it's actually a clear rod. Push that down in there. I like that color in that leaf. I was going to put some in, actually. Thought it would be a really big backyard, and I thought it'd be really cool if you could create a bamboo forest kind of down on the lower side of the yard that nobody ever really went to. And was looking into doing it and found out that in a lot of towns and states, you have to get special permission to plant bamboo because it is extremely invasive. It has a root system that actually runs, and I don't know if this is all bamboo, but I know some of them are. They run underground for a long ways, and so if you actually want to stop it from being able to continue, you have to build like a concrete barrier down there or something, I don't know, down deep in the ground. And I was like, you know what? I love bamboo, but not that much. I don't think I'm going to go to that effort to put in. But it would be cool. But I have seen around where I live now, people definitely have them. And they seem to stop growing. All right. Now we are on to bag 2. So it looks like that bags 2 through 5 are going to create our larger panda. I think we built all the small little things with just bag 1 there. So I'm kind of excited to see how big he ends up actually getting, because that's quite a few pieces. That's going to be nice to put into him. But I don't know if the people who planted the bamboo around here, they actually did the steps necessary to stop it, or maybe they have a kind that doesn't spread that far. I don't really have a big enough yard now to justify putting one in, so I guess I'll just not know what it would be like, but maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll buy a big plot of land and just build a big old forest. Okay, I think that's right, and then we're going to turn it. Make sure I turn it right here. Whenever they start turning things around on me, I always get confused. I have to kind of gather my bearings again. Figure out what I'm doing. I don't know if you have the same problem. See, that goes onto there, those 2 pieces together. They're going to spin it again on us. I'm wondering if we're making, feels like an arm. Oh, they spun it again. Okay. I think they do that to keep us on our toes, so we don't start lazy building. What do you think? Let's see. The white there. Now, where are you? I have the hardest time out of all the colors of bricks with black and white. My eyes picking them up. Not sure why. I got a little bit confused there because it's telling me to put them here, that piece, but then it leaves a little gap in here that I was like, is that right? But I'm pretty sure that it is because I think I have everything on there correctly. But if I'm going to get stuck looking at a pile of bricks and trying to find a piece and be stuck there for a while, it's probably going to be if I have black and white pieces. It's like they all kind of just blur together and my eyes decide, not today. Let's see, that goes that way. And then that goes that way. Gotta get the right piece there. I picked up the reverse of it first. Oops. Huh. There we go. I tried to lose one again there. I have a feeling we are going to be making two of the same thing here. There's too many of the same pieces lying on the table. I rearranged my building table here over the little break that I took over the holidays. It was taking up a very large portion of the room, and so I kind of consolidated it a little bit. Oops, don't do that. This needs to go on top of this piece first. Kind of hard to see when all I'm doing is working in black. It all melds together there. Okay, we are definitely working on a paw, because look at what we're going to do here. Could be a foot, I suppose. I think that goes like that. I just want to make sure. Okay. See, I was going to mess up. I was holding the base structure wrong, and I put this on wrong. It goes like this. Make sure that's facing upwards. All right. I think this is his foot, which would make sense. I was kind of like, why would we be working with the arms first? I don't think we are. I think this is his little foot. Well, he's got little feet. I suppose his are a little bit bigger. It's interesting, the color difference in the little paw pads between the smaller and the bigger one. Quite a selection of pieces, isn't it? Okay. Oops. Don't roll away on me. Okay, now this is really weird. I'm going to be putting those. Oh my goodness. Look at that. By putting those two together, we actually have movement. Okay. I haven't done anything like that before. I think we're going to do the other side now. The other leg. I just got to make sure I don't mess something up and turn it the wrong way at the wrong time. I don't know if any of you are big on New Year's resolutions. I used to think, oh, I'm going to make, a New Year's resolution and try to make them. And then I really struggle to actually accomplish any of them. It was just didn't work out well for me. That probably is not a compliment to myself in any way. Just making sure I'm doing this right here. But it just seemed like at the start of the year, if you said, oh, I want to accomplish this, life can get complicated, and it doesn't always work out just like what you want. And I had to learn that I would get frustrated if things weren't happening, and so you're gonna have to kind of let life have a say there a little bit. You have to be adaptable, I suppose. So I didn't make any New Year's resolutions this year, but I've been kind of wondering, maybe if I should make some short-term resolutions. Maybe not a full year out, but what do you do? Do you guys, my friends watching, do you make New Year's resolutions or just kind of go with the flow of the year? See, this is going to go back here. I haven't been making any of those resolutions for so many years now, but there's something about it that's kind of been bugging me this first month here in 2025 that maybe it's time to, I don't know, see if I can make a few things happen this year. I think that goes on top there. I don't know why it feels like I'm building something different than what I did just a minute ago, which I know is not accurate. It would be the same. Little foot. Okay. Spin that correctly and put his little foot pads on here. Okay. Do I have it correct? Yes. All right. And then put him on there. They're not very secure. They'd pop off real easily. I know we'll secure him. He's pretty decent size there. Okay, right here we're going to help hold those together. And he can bring his little feet in or out. I'm not sure if eventually it'll lock into place or if we're going to be able to continue to move his feet around. Okay, let's see. One goes here and one goes there. So we can panel the outside. I remember the first few sets that I built where they were doing this thing and then they were putting panels on it, you know, to create the covering, so to speak. And it was such a new and unique technique that it just kind of was like, oh my goodness, and now it is used everywhere in so many sets. It's like now it's the common, the norm. Whoever invented that idea is genius. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna put it down for a second and gonna build up something. Now, why are you being stubborn? There we go. Just wasn't being friendly there for a second. Turn it over. Put this down here, then turn it back over. Okay. So it does look like we are going to be locking this into position here. Oh no, he still turns. We've just built it up a little bit thicker, but we're going to do the same. Yeah. Do this again. Let's see if this one will work better for me. There we go. It amazes me how much movement that they're able to put into these. I'm going to snap that down. And then, not sure what this is, but we'll put it in here. Okay. Kind of a little part of his tummy or something. Not sure if that's going to show through at the end or not. So they've worked those curves in so we can continue to move the legs around, it looks like. Now I have too many pieces left over here that should not be there, so I'm thinking that I missed something somewhere. So I'm going to try to figure out what in the world I did. Okay, it looks like I just completely skipped step 16. I just didn't see it and didn't do it. The good thing is it's very easy to fix. So it went on the inside of this leg over here. And now everything matches and I've used all my pieces and I'm on to bag 3. All right, I think it's time to work up some of the body because we seem to have the legs pretty well set up. I like how they put colors into the middle of these builds that they do. I probably have mentioned it before. I would just do them all black and white. But they add fun colors in, which really actually helps break up the monotony of kind of building something that really is just 2 colors. But it also makes it more fun. Let's see here. Are we doing this correctly? I think so. I guess we have a gap there so we can move the leg. Okay. Oh, okay. Put these down in here. And these are the big, thick quarter circles. So we've got his little bottom here. Right. So we're going to build up another structure, a big structure. Now, I probably should be embarrassed, but I'm not. I did something right after Christmas. I have been actually, well, let me go back for a minute. Last year, I built my first ever Harry Potter Lego set. Now, keep in mind, I haven't read the books. I hadn't read the books, excuse me, and I hadn't watched the movies. I am a really big Lord of the Rings fan here, and I just never kind of, I don't know, merged over into the Harry Potter stuff. But the Mandrake looked like such a fun set to build that I picked it up and I built it. And then I picked up Hagrid's hut. Well, in the middle of all of that, I decided to go ahead and watch the movies. And, well, I'm not sure what took me so long. Let's see. Okay, these are double-sided. It's kind of funny they're putting that inside there, those inside there, even though I don't see how we're going to use them, but we'll do it anyways. We will do what we are told because they are smarter than us. And so I became mesmerized with the story. Was just really amazed with it. Fell completely in love and started to actually collect some of the castles sets for Hogwarts. But they were the ones that were getting ready to and have since now, I think, pretty much all retired. This was all happening in the latter half of last year. But I was like, oh, I want to be able to build up. I want to kind of take those sets that they had and then add on to them and build up a really awesome Hogwarts. Now, I did not get all of them, so I do not have the complete castle from the last kind of round that they did. And somewhere towards the end of last year, I heard a rumor, saw a rumor that they were potentially doing another castle. And they released the Great Hall and Hagrid's hut and different ones like that. But I wasn't paying enough attention to really, or thinking enough about it to really think, oh, maybe I should keep an eye on this. And so I just was buying up the older pieces, sets before they disappeared. So I'm rambling here, but they released some new ones, new piece sets in January. And we're in the Lego store. And we're looking at them, and my son and I noticed that it actually says on there, now what am I doing wrong here? Something is, oh, turn it that way. Wow. My story's confusing me. I'll make sure I've got the pink showing here and put this in. It said the most detailed castle yet, or something like that. I'd have to look at the box again. And I'm like, now wait a minute. Because it didn't say that on the Great Hall. And so it was kind of like, well, are they building another castle, or are they just kind of building certain areas of it? Are they going to make a complete castle? But then the wording on the new sets, and they're working within, there's like rooms you can take in and out now of the Great Hall. And I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, they are going to be building up a whole other castle. Or this is my, I'm pretty convinced of this. I don't know 100%. Because they haven't said, I don't think 100%. But I got really excited. And I realized that if that's the case, I am already quite a few sets behind, which makes it very difficult when you all of a sudden want to collect all of them and they start retiring, or it can be very costly. And so my son and I were like, oh, we're behind, and we probably need to go ahead and get the ones that are out now, go ahead and pick them up so that as the new waves come in, we'll only have to collect those. Because I know you all know how expensive that can end up being. And so I thought, oh, you know what? I'll pick one up here and there and just kind of start slowly collecting them. But I got so excited about it that, would you believe, I just bought all of them. Actually, there's one I don't have. I don't have the dueling one. I did hold off on that one, that little set. I could not even believe myself. So now I have all the sets, all the new wave of Hogwarts sets, and I have a spot ready for them to start kind of building up that display, and I'm really excited about it. And like I said, I should probably be ashamed of myself, but I am just not. I'm just so excited to see when they release the new waves. Now, why are you not going on there, little panda? Okay. I had to just line him up right. I think we just built up his whole torso there. Wow, that went together fast. They have the flying lesson, so there's like definitely a portion of the castle there that could be used, but it doesn't connect to the Great Hall. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how it all starts kind of connecting. Let's see, this goes underneath here. All right. Now, his little back's going to go on there. I like how they're making him so rounded. But it just makes it's so exciting, I think, to be able to kind of keep an eye out for what's the new ones that they'll be able to go with it and kind of watch this castle grow. Hopefully over time, I'm hoping that I'm right about this and that there's going to end up being a really amazing castle that's going to grow. Okay. This is a funny little thing we're building. Did I get all the pieces in? Because I have a tendency to forget them, don't I? All right, now this is going to go down here. Part of his belly. Of course, the spot that I have cleared out for it to start now, the biggest being the Great Hall, out of all the stuff, right? That's part of it, I guess. That's going to have to... I don't have a huge spot open. I'm going to have to figure out probably a much bigger spot in the house eventually, but... Or that is the hope. That just doesn't look right, does it? I think I did that wrong. This orange one is supposed to go on top of the white one. And then those pieces go in there. That looks better. It's going to fit in right there. Okay. All right. So that goes in that little hole. And we're going to cover up the orange that's under there, the yellow. I think we're going to make his little belly here. I love animals' feet and paw and belly. I think those are probably the cutest part of them, and I guess their tails. Both of these go on. All right. Okay. Okay, this is going to go down here. Yep, there's his belly. All right, and on to bag 4. Looks like we get to do a little work with some bamboo. Okay, let's see, we're going to take his side here. I'm going to attach these pieces to it. I think it's fun when you get to like start plating all the outside of them and you really see the animal kind of come to life. I did get the fox, the 3-in-1 fox, and that's not the right one. Make sure that angle's right. It's this one. Did I get all the pieces? I think so. That's going to go in down here. Okay. The leg still does move. I love that they've made that continue to move. Okay. But I don't have the giraffe, and I'm needing to pick that one up because that is a really cool set. Let's see, this goes this way. We're doing the same thing, we're just reversing it. Okay. And then, let's see, oops, I need this one right here. Okay. Now, I think that looks correct. Okay, now we're going to make his arms. Let's see. We have the little balls up here, so we have our sockets, and that's probably how our arms are going to work in. At least it seems pretty logical at the moment. Turn it this way. Try to stop and think and just make sure that I'm not going to really mess something up. I could turn it that way. This funny looking piece. He's not complicated, but there's a lot of pieces going into his little arm here. Let's see. They kind of remind me of a shield, these pieces. They're going in there. That's kind of cool. I'm going to pull these bamboo, excuse me. My brain and my tongue don't want to work together today at all. We have had in North Carolina the coldest January for a while. Our Januaries have been so warm the past few years, but it's finally warmed up some, but we have had some cold spells here that has just been, ugh. Awfully cold. Let's see, we need 2 of those. And I know that compared to so many other parts of the country, including home where I came from in Colorado, it has not been that cold here at all, but you get used to wherever you kind of live, I guess. Okay, that goes in there. That's going to be able to spin. That's interesting. Oh, okay, so there's his claws, or his nails. I guess. They're wanting us to pop this in. Okay. I don't know why that seems weird to me. I thought he would have more of a hand. But it looks like we're going to the other one right away. It's funny how you adapt to wherever you are, I guess. right, let me see here. I used to be unable to handle heat and humidity, and it would just make me feel awful. And now it has been very dry and very cold. And I'm like, where's the heat? Where's the humidity? And it's like, wow, I never, ever thought I would ever say that. It's kind of funny how we do that. Okay, these go here. It feels like it's going together a little smoother the second time around here. It goes onto there. Oops. We are almost ready to move on to bag 5. He went together a lot faster than I actually thought maybe he would. He wasn't a difficult build, but he's been a lot of fun. I'm always waiting for the magical sets, the one that just kind of just blows you away with how amazing it is. And he hasn't quite hit that mark for me. I think he's adorable and I like him a lot. Very glad I picked him up. But we'll still be hunting for the 2025 sets that really give us something extra special. But I'm very glad I got him. I think he's very cool. I think if you had the whole animal collection, then that would really be something stunning. Oh, now this is cool though. Look at this. So it looks like he's holding it because they put one on each end. Now that is cool. Okay, and then he goes. I think we just have his head left. That is cool though. There is nothing boring about this set. It's really amazing. All right, bag 5. All right, time to complete this sweet little panda bear that we've got going on here. I think I would like to be able to see one of these in person. I haven't ever met a panda bear. I haven't been to a zoo that has one, or lucky enough to see him in the wild. It seems like they would be a lot of fun to get to know, I suppose. I probably should have been someone who worked with animals. I love them so much. It's probably why I have my little zoo here. I did, over the last couple months, actually figure out something very important about Walter. Now, if you haven't built with me before, Walter is my very high maintenance Cocker Spaniel. He's about, I don't know, getting close to 1.5 years old. Has been extremely difficult to raise. Extremely stubborn. And I've lost a piece. I know it's here. There you are. He was really hiding from me. Goes down here. But whenever I would try to do anything, he was always in the middle of it. Everything became difficult. It didn't matter if I was cleaning, folding laundry, if I was working on a house repair. It didn't matter what it was. Walter was in the middle of it, and it made it really hard to do anything. And so I'd, always be like, Walter, don't. Walter, move. Or Walter. And I finally figured out that he wasn't trying to be naughty. He was actually trying to help. These go this way. Yes. He just wanted to, kind of be a part of it and help. And so instead of kind of pushing him to the side and not having his muzzle and very long ears in the way of everything, I started realizing that it was better to train him to, not try to use his mouth and pick things up, or to just let him be a part of it instead of kind of pushing him away. It makes it challenging, especially with those ears, because now I feel like that I do so many projects and I'm looking through a Cocker Spaniel's ears to do them. But he's such a happier dog if he's allowed to feel like he's being a part. I was actually screwing some legs onto a table yesterday. And there was 5 screws per table leg. It was a little excessive. Okay, now wait a minute. Where are we putting this? Do not want to do this wrong. This one goes down here. That one goes above it. I'm wondering if those are the eyes. If you can see that already built in. That would be cool. And this goes above that. But since I've been allowing him to be a part of things more, he has gotten a little bit better about not, like, easing his head back just a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And he sat there and he just watched me. His little head hung down, his little ears just kind of dangling down. Watched me put all of those screws in. And brilliant me decided to use a screwdriver, so it took me a minute. Instead of going and getting the electric screwdriver, the drill. And he was just so happy and content to just sit there and watch me put all of these in. My other dogs could care less. They just kind of leave, like, well, we're not going to hang around watching you do that. But it's funny, he'll want to be watching one of the other family members and they'll be like, no, don't get in the way, don't get in the way. I'm like, no, he's not getting in the way. He just wants to watch you and help you. And so they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, just let him stay there. It's pretty funny. Okay. I feel like this is kind of going in funny, but I think I'm doing it right. That goes on the back side. That goes on the front side. Okay. Oh, it's the side of his face. It's like his, I think, probably is. Actually, I'm not sure what it is. I think that this part, well, obviously it's going to go onto this right here. But I'm thinking it's going to go this way, not this way. But that's my guess. I like to try to figure things out. Okay, we're probably going to do the other side here. I have figured out that he's also very smart and very stubborn. So a lot of our training problems that we were having comes from, him being... I used to think that it was just that he wasn't quite understanding things. No, he's smarter than he looks or even acts like. So we had to just start working with kind of learning our manners. He takes a little longer than the other pups did. But I am very proud of him because we did finally get past one hurdle with him because one of our cats, they're good buddies, they're good friends, but at nighttime or if we lay down for a rest during the day, the cat comes up on the bed. Walters wants to chew on its head. It doesn't ever hurt him because he knows not to be that rough. And trust me, the cat will let him know if he's being too rough. But it's like, I think Sir Percy just wants to sleep right now. Just not mess with him. And so I'd work with him. And now he's under voice control with that. I can be like, Walter, don't chew on Sir Percival's head. And he's okay. He kind of pouts about it, but see, I'm going to turn this way. And I think this is going in down here like that. It's a little confusing when it all starts to kind of look the same, doesn't it? But we laid down yesterday for a rest. I was having a pretty exhausted day. And he was going to start chewing on the cat, and I was like, no, let's just not chew on him. He says, okay. And the next thing I know, I look over at them, and they are literally sleeping nose to nose. And it was just such a funny, they're both black and white fur, and it's just kind of a jumble of black noses there, but they were just sleeping with their noses touching. It was really sweet. Okay, I think those might be the ears we just put in. Look how cute those are. This is going together different than a lot of these kind of heads. Let's see. Feels a little complicated. I hope I'm doing it right. Goes there. That goes there. Okay. Okay. It's looking like a head. That there. It's definitely a little bit confusing though. Maybe that's a nose. Make sure I got all the right pieces there. And we're going to put this. I'm trying to figure out, I think it goes, yeah, okay. It goes down one. You still have those studs showing. All right, now we're going to make the little mouth. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're almost done. That went by quickly. Okay, pop his little mouth in there. Oh, how cute. Oh, I love his head. It's like the baby's head is so cute, but this one looks very realistic. Not cartoonish in the way it looks like. All right, so they have us pushing it down when it's up, and then, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, so I take it all back. I said that, you know, it wasn't anything that had like really like kind of, you know, just like put me in awe with this set, but that head was very impressive. And overall, what an incredible set. Oh, wow. I am so excited to put this on display, and I'm so glad that you were here to build with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon.